Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of our Lonely Farmer Survival series. As you can see, our crops are doing very well and the orchard trees have practically fully grown. If there's something that I'm missing out of all of these items, it's really some more iron that we can use to make the tools for our kitchen. So let me get rid of the stuff that I won't need, and with some more sticks and a little bit more wood, we can venture towards this direction where we can first of all light up this cave, and why not grab some water. And now, if I'm not mistaken, right next to this cave there should be another cave right here, which I think should go a little deeper. So let's place a torch down and start exploring to see if we can find some iron. And this, my friends, is a very beautiful start with plenty of creepers and zombies. There we go, this should be the last of it for now. Let's make sure everything is fully bright before we start digging around here. And we even got some gunpowder. And I don't like the way this is going, my friends, since skeletons can really cause some trouble. So let's just sleep the night. We should also make a couple more chests that we can probably place down right here with some trapdoors as support, of course. And now I should probably grab this avocado toast and this toast that we made last episode, and it should bring our health all the way back to full. Now I don't think we have any more avocados, but just maybe we can make something with this toast. Alright, there's a toast sandwich right here, and all we're missing for that is some wheat. So I just need to grab this stone hoe, and if I put the hoe in my offhand and I equip the wheat seeds, I should be able to plant the seeds right back, which makes gathering so much easier. Oh look, and I don't even need to have the seeds equipped, it just plants them right away. Alright, and with 9 wheat, we should be able to turn them into dough, and I really think it would be handy to have a water source that is even closer to the crafting table than this well right here, or maybe even better, we can quickly grab some planks, make a crafting table, and place it down here next to the well. This should make crafting wheat dough much faster. Now we can put the dough inside of the smoker, and now if I take 2 bread, put them on each side, and a toast in the middle, nothing happens. And that's because, of course, we actually need a butter toast and not a regular toast. Well, not to worry, at least we have some bread and we can make some more toast. Seeing how bread heals 2 hungers and a half and toast heals nearly 4. And just like that, we have 11 toasts that I hope are gonna help us in the search of iron. And as you could see, I was a little unprepared to face so many mobs. So instead of looking for iron inside of a cave for now, maybe we can take a longer approach and go look for some mountains so we can see the iron on the surface as we gather some more wood and hopefully find some more useful resources. Before we leave, however, I need to grab some sticks and just a little bit of leather and some of this sugarcane so that I can make a white banner, some paper for our cartography table, which we can place down right next to the smoker for now, and we can place the banner down right here to represent our lonely house. And I completely forgot that to make maps, we actually need a compass, and that involves iron and redstone, so we can't really fully finish this project. So let me just put back some of these things inside of the chest, and I think for now I'm just gonna write down the coordinates of our house so we can wander off without the fear of getting lost. And this forest looks very appealing, so let's start right here. I think collecting some more wood would be very helpful so we can clear up a nice area. Maybe one day we're gonna expand our base into. And since our axe just broke, let's see if we can find some stone around here and we can mine some blocks without forgetting to light the inside of these holes. Now with a crafting table, we can make some more axes and some pickaxes, of course, and we can keep gathering some wood. And my friends, I think there is somebody out there to get us. Hopefully they don't come too close because I don't have anything to defend myself with. And there we go, just like that, we should have plenty of wood and of course plenty of sticks and saplings and apples from the decaying of the leaves. And I didn't even realize, but we also gathered some cauliflower, which I hope we can put inside of a stew once we find enough iron to craft a pot. And while I'm at it, I get some salmon because there is one recipe in particular inside of this world that I would love to try out. And seeing as we're very close to home, let's just quickly go back so we can put everything we gathered inside of the chest and just keep the items that we need. And now we're ready to keep exploring until we find some iron. And wow, this small lake is sure very deep. Let's see what's underneath. Wow, there's a ton of openings. I must admit I'm a little scared to venture too far, since without the breathing enchantment, we don't really have a lot of time underwater. And wow, my friends, what do we have here? Right on the other side of the forest, we have this beautiful acacia biome with plenty of chickens and even an abandoned ship. I think I know what we have to do. And what is this? It looks like a little plantation. It's actually wild beetroot. Can I plant this inside of the sand? No, I can't even. So it's really just a naturally generating patch of beetroot. There's that abandoned portal from last episode, and let's see how long it takes us to reach this shipwreck. And I can see some big mountains in the distance, so as soon as we're done with that, and maybe the second one too, we can head off over there and hopefully gather some ores without having to worry too much about despawning. Alright, here we are at the first shipwreck, so let's take a big breath and go down to the first chest and get everything. With a nice quick stop at the door, we can grab the second chest, and now I think we're just missing the chest in the Captain's quarters, which is full of iron. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen so much iron inside one of these chests. And we also got a treasure map, which you can check later, and the coast armor trim, which once we do have some armor, I would love to try out. So before we make our way to the mountains, let's go check out this shipwreck. And wow, there's even some glow squids down here, and I think I wouldn't mind trying to get some glow ink, but no, I think they're quite fast for us right now, so the glow ink will have to wait a little bit. But there is an underwater nether portal, so let's see what this chest has to offer. Nice, even more iron. And apparently some achievements. And now for the second shipwreck, some lapis, which you can probably gather by leaving some of these beetroot seeds here. And inside, so many things, including some more armor trims, feather, paper and books. And I think first of all we can wear this golden chestplate, although it does have Curse of Vanishing, so I don't know how long it's gonna stay on us. We can get rid of this light-weighted pressure plate, since I never really use this 5 cobblestone, because we have another stack, and at this point this egg as well, since we have some chickens at home. Now let me just make sure that the 2 buried treasure maps are the exact same, and it does seem like it, so we can safely get rid of one of them and grab these books. And now where is the sun at? Right, it's almost time to sleep, so let's wait for nighttime, and in the morning we can grab the items that are missing inside of this chest, which does not include poisonous potatoes. Now I might actually get rid of 1 or 2 of these pickaxes to make some more space for the wheat and the leather pants that we can put on right away. And now with everything collected and our inventory being quite full, I think we can safely make our way back home before we go exploring these giant mountains. And there are some dolphins in front of us, so hopefully we can get dolphin's grace and swim a lot faster. Let's see if that's the case. There we go, my friends. Very fast indeed. I think Dolphin Grace is one of the best enchantments in Minecraft, although I must admit that if I would have made a boat, well, it probably would have been pretty fast anyways. So I think as soon as we get back towards the mountains, I'm gonna make a nice little boat. Alright, here we are. So inside of this new chest, we can probably put everything that we do not need. And I wanna keep this iron, carrots and rice, because I really hope that we can plant the rice inside of this field. Alright, so not this rice. Let me quickly see. Alright, yeah, so we need rice seeds. And we can get rice seeds by putting the rice inside of the crafting. So I think I'm just gonna make one for now. See if we can plant it down. There we go. And now we can plant the rest. And of course right next to it, I would love to plant some carrots that we can use for future meals. And my friends, now with 29 iron, wait, probably some more, yes, 35, we have enough to make a much needed shield. And for now I'm not gonna use it to make armor, since for now we do have quite a lot of pieces. And I completely forgot about this, but we can actually make a bunch of plushies that have various effects, even something to scare off ravagers, which is gonna be very useful during raids. But for now, as you can see, we don't really have too many items to build these, so I think the only thing that I would love to spend my items on is this mob scarecrow, which indeed scares away hostile mobs. Now the question is, do we have some pumpkins around here? Yes, there we go. I think it's time that we grab some. Now we can also grab some of this wheat. I need 9 to be exact. And now with some sticks, we can very easily use our shears to turn this pumpkin into a carved pumpkin. Of course, don't forget to go to sleep. Now we can pick it up and indeed make our very own mob scarecrow, which I think it would be really cool to put right here. And this thing does look very creepy, so if I was a mob myself, I would really try to stay away from it. Well, now let me put back the things that I do not need. And because we found this knife, I think it would be very nice to make our first cutting board, which should just simply be done with some sticks and some planks. And we can put it right on top of our crafting table. And let's see now what we can do with it. Wow, 38 pages. So it's safe to say that there are a lot of things. Oh my god, of course we can also make raw pasta if we cut the dough. So yeah, it's truly incredible, all the new food that these mods offer. Alright, but back to the task at hand. Now that we were able to gather some iron, there's really 2 things that I want to make. One of them is a skillet, which requires 1 brick, which we should have. There we go. And the other one is this cooking pot, which just requires some iron, and this other cooking pot, which requires some more items. So let's make ourselves a stone shovel. Now we can make a cooking pot from Farmer Delight, a cooking pot from Croptopia, and of course a frying pan and the skillet. So now we should have everything that we need to cook the next recipes. If I'm not mistaken, I can place this down anywhere. Hello there. Perfect timing to see if the scarecrow works. Alright, yes, it works like a charm, but apparently not forever. So hey, let's attract this creeper as far away as we can from our base. I would even go as far as going inside of the water. Perfect, there we go. And I'm just gonna equip the shield and allow it to blow up in front of me, so that no damage is done to the house. And if anything, I'm very surprised that there were so many mobs around here. And I wonder if it's maybe for the best to just block this path up for now, with a couple blocks. Alright, but as I was saying, I'm pretty sure that we can place the cooking pot down. Let's try on this block, for example. Now let's see what it does. Alright, we're probably gonna need some water, which is why I'm very happy that I placed it right next to the well. And now for the skillet, can we place this down as well right here? Alright, no, we cannot place it down. Let's just see how they work a little bit. All the cooking pot recipes will need a bowl, which is very easy to make, or even a pumpkin apparently. And this one too has so many recipes that I cannot wait to try. And what's the difference between the Farmer Delight cooking pot and the Croptopia cooking pot? Yes, it seems like there's quite a big difference, but instead of being an item that we can place down, it's more of an item that we can use inside of recipes. I just hope it doesn't consume it, because for now it's quite expensive iron-wise. And with the skillet, interesting, there seems to be no recipe connected to the Just Enough Items mod, so let's look at the frying pan instead. Alright, yeah, much better. So we cannot place it down, and because apparently we don't really need water, I'm just gonna pick it back up and place it back down right next to these furnaces, even on top. I think it makes much more sense. And now, before continuing our little adventure and finally finding where this buried treasure is hidden, I need to grab some wheat and also some more leather. And in combination with the leather that we already have, we should be able to make a leather cap, and wait for it, a farmer's hat as well, which you can wear right next to our golden helmet, so it doesn't reduce any armor. And now, my friends, what do you think about this farmer look? I, for one, definitely feel much more ready to tackle this buried treasure adventure. But because we're low on food, before making our way towards the vast ocean, we should probably find something to keep our hunger full, other than just 3 toast. So let's gather some more wheat, and I get the feeling that most of these crops have actually fully grown. Let's see if that's the case by breaking some down. Yes, alright. So let's keep gathering them and place all of them inside of this chest, just so we can see what we're working with. And I think that the first order of business should be to make some wheat dough, and of course a little bit of flour to give us plenty of choices of food. Now we can grab our golden knife, and with the wheat dough in our offhand, we can start making some pasta. I think 12 should be completely fine. Now we can probably make pasta with meatballs. Just gotta find my tomatoes, and wow, I don't actually see any tomatoes around here. I was convinced that we had some, but I guess we do not. So back to the drawing board, we can probably fry some eggs inside of the smoker, and while that's frying, we can make some planks to make a boat that we can then use to go grab some kelp. There we go, let's grab a bunch. Let's see if we can grab 2 stacks. Alright, there we go. And now to make our way back home, we can take these fried eggs and replace them with some kelp. And now, thanks to this dried kelp, we should be able to make a ton of new recipes, including of course the noodle soup, which we're about to make, and some of these delicious kelp rolls and sushi. And I thought we had some, but to complete this recipe, all that we need are some pork chops. But before getting rid of any of these pigs around here, I want to make sure that we have at least 2. And indeed, that seems to be the case. We have 2 right here and a 3rd one right behind me. So we can steal its pork chops, and with the help of our cutting board, we can make some bacon. Now we can make a couple bowls, and I'm pretty sure that's it, my friends. So all we need is the raw bacon right here, the pasta, the fried egg, and the kelp with the bowl inside of it, and apparently we need heat from below. So let me just grab this, place it on top of the campfire. Wow, it looks so cool. And now I can grab some more kelp, and indeed put everything inside again. Now if we add the bowl, after just a few seconds, we get our beautiful noodle soup. And as always, the first meal that we prepare should go inside this barrel, but the second one is all for us, so we can enjoy it while looking at this beautiful sunset. If our hunger wasn't full, that is. And now with this quite tasty noodle soup, I think it's time that we make our way back inside of the ocean, this time with a handy boat, and with the map inside our offhand, we can finally look for this buried treasure. And it seems like it's very close, just a little bit off to the side from this nether portal, so it should be somewhere down here. I must admit it's a little bit of a shame that it spawned underwater, but now we can get rid of this buried treasure map, jump inside of the ocean, and start digging. Alright, and just like that, my friends, let's see what's inside this buried treasure. Wow, with TNT and diamonds, let's get everything and make our way back up. And I cannot believe that we have diamonds already, with of course the heart of the sea. Will this be the Minecraft series where I finally make a conduit? I guess we'll find out later on. Now with this buried treasure found, let's go back home so we can drop what we do not need. And I think I might keep this buried treasure map, cause maybe one day we can put it inside of an item frame. But now after having found so many things, all of the chests inside of our house are completely full, except this one, but this is just because this one's new. So what do you say we put some of this wood that we found and build ourselves a nice little barn around here where we can store all of our crops and most of our items as well. So first things first, I want to grab even more wood, and using some oak planks we can lay down the foundations of this build. And while I'm at it, I might also grab some dirt, so maybe I can terraform the land a little bit around here and make it a little easier to work around. Actually, now that I think about it, oak logs would be much better. So let's place the starting block right here, count 5 blocks in this direction and place another one, maybe even more. Alright, 7 it is, and now we can make it even wider, and this length should be more than enough. Now we can bring everything up 1 block, go up an additional 3 blocks, and start connecting everything together. Alright, everything is connected. Now just to make it look more like a barn from the inside, I also want to connect the pillars all across. There we go, just like that. And now I'm gonna need some oak stairs. And we can also make a quick staircase just to reach the roof faster. Now let's see, I can put an upside down stair right here that goes all the way up to 2 planks and another stair, and we can probably repeat this pattern until we reach the middle. Alright, and I think we're quite high right now, so instead of having 2 blocks, let's just have 1, and because we're very close to the middle, we can probably start making our way down and make a staircase on the other side and repeat the same exact pattern. And indeed, we were so close to the middle that all that's left to do is to add an upside down stair right here with a block on top and a stair pointing upwards. And although I really like the design, it's not exactly what I was hoping for this barn. So let's quickly get rid of some of these blocks, hopefully without despawning. And we can finally try out the noodle soup, which gave us a really cool comfort effect, although I'm not really sure what it does. Alright, so we got rid of all of the roof, so now let's try again, but with something a little more rounded this time. Alright, this looks much better already. However, it's not 100% the shape that I'm looking for, so let's break down some of these blocks and try to get it even rounder. And I didn't even think about it, but it would not be bad at all to make some slabs, so hopefully we can round out the design even more. Alright, this is looking much more rounded already. Let's see if we can repeat the same thing on the opposite side now. This is definitely much more rounded. And now that we have the basic shape, we can repeat it on the opposite side as well. There we go. Now we can connect the stairs together to give this whole build a nice little trim. And of course we're gonna need a lot more stairs, including some more slabs. And now we can continue placing everything down. And look at that, we had just enough stairs. Now, I would love to have a very special pattern where basically every block we have this same pattern right here, but in between we have some much darker blocks, just to add some very interesting variation. So for now, because I really do not have any dark wood, I think we can focus on repeating this pattern some more times. So I'm gonna need plenty more stairs, plenty more planks as well, which unfortunately means also plenty more wood. Let's see how far we can get though with everything we already have. And it seems like the answer is pretty far, since we completed one whole half to the roof. Now off we go to complete the second half. Hello my friends. I would like to pause the video a little bit just to let you know that nothing is permanent. And if you're going through some rough patch right now, I want to tell you that although it doesn't seem like it, it's gonna be alright. And I also would love to remind you that you're not alone and to always reach out to friends or family if you'd like to talk. Alright, anyway, you are awesome. Well, my friends, I thought I was recording for the past 30 minutes, but my software was actually recording the wrong screen. So let me get you caught up to speed. As you can see, we found the Wandering Trader, which unfortunately we cannot buy anything from, and we continued working on the barn by finishing the roof, and now working on the entrance, and we even encountered a little patrol, which I must say we took good care of. Alright, now we can make some more trapdoors that we can use to add decoration to the entrance, and using all of these slabs, I would love to add a little roof to the barn. But to do that we need a nice little staircase that leads all the way up. Alright, here we are. So the first thing I want to do is place down some more planks just to fill in the gaps, and then I can start adding the slabs to create a nice second floor. And I believe that up here I would love to add some stripped oak, but to do that we need some more of it. So I can just put my building materials in this chest for now and make my way back to the forest where we can gather some more oak. And wow, this is one big oak tree and we can very easily chop it down. And my friends, we actually found a cute little wolf. Unfortunately right now I do not think I have any bone to give, but I really hope it won't go too far, so that whenever we have some bones, we can actually tame it. And is this some tomatoes? Yes, my friends, finally we found some tomatoes. So let's gather as much as we can, so we can make more types of pasta in the future. We also have some raspberries and grapes, I think. And what is this? Some tomatillo. I look forward to knowing what we can do with that in the future. And we have nearly 2.5 stacks of oak logs, but I think I would like some more before going back to the barn. And I say that, but the axe is nearly completely broken. So I think we can gather the items on the floor, and hopefully some of them are logs. Oh my god, there's even 2 wolves. Alright, that's very good to know. Anyways, once we gather all the items, which I think we did, let's sleep tonight, and I think it would not be a bad idea to get rid of this creeper. I actually have no idea where it went. Hopefully it just despawned, because otherwise I get the feeling it's gonna sneak right behind us when we least expect it. Well, anyways, I think we can get back. Oh wait, are these strawberries? Yes, we actually found strawberries as well. Maybe by now we can actually make a fruit salad. Because despite this being a series all about farming, I am completely out of food. So let's go back home where we can put back everything that we do not need. And now with these tomatoes and this raw beef, we can get the golden knife and turn the beef into minced beef. Then we can make some tomato sauce. And of course, they should probably go inside of our barrel. And now we can mix the minced beef, tomato sauce and raw pasta together to give us some pasta with meatballs. Which, although I would love to eat, I also want to put it inside the barrel. And I think that's all the tomatoes we have, which means we should probably find something else to eat. I have a lot of apples. I wonder if I can do anything with them. I think we can make at least one fruit salad, but do I have any onions? Alright, no, I do not think so. Anyways, just for now, let's get the flour and put it inside of the smoker with some more coal. And of course, we can put the bread back inside of the smoker to make some nice toasts. And although I really do not want to be living off toast for way too long, it's gonna be great to keep us going to finish this barn. And if I'm not mistaken, there should actually be some avocado trees around here. I think unfortunately I chopped all of them down. The only thing I see aside from coconut is this plant right here, which is figs apparently. Alright, let's get a couple, because they might come in handy later. Now I wonder if some of these crops are actually onions. And we just got coffee beans. It's gonna be interesting to experiment with that as well. Oh wow, eggplant. And finally we found green onions, but not quite onions yet. This is peanuts, some garlic, vanilla even, and before we mine any more seeds like this, which totally looks like onions, our inventory is quite full. So let's empty everything inside our storage, as much as we can of course, and I should probably convert some of these oak logs into planks so that I can make a couple more chests. Gonna place these down right here, seeing as they're gonna be just temporary, to empty our inventory. I also wanna grab my remaining toast and also make myself a new axe, since the one I have is nearly completely broken. Alright, but now we have enough oak to finish the second floor, and now I would love to make the roof look great from below. So let me just grab again the materials that I use for building and also make this staircase look much better by adding some more detail to it. And I think right here I can add a crafting table so it blends in with the wall and also allows me to make a little bit more slabs that we can then use to decorate all of the roof. Alright, this is looking much better already. And of course now there is so much oak all around that I would love to break the texture a little bit by crafting some more slabs in as many barrels as I can so that I can start laying out the storage of this barn. And I'm gonna use barrels because they're very easy to set up, and also because they don't take too much space. Alright, that's all we could do with the planks that we had, but they definitely give this barn a lot of a barn feel, which is exactly what I was hoping for. Now I would love to make some more planks, and of course some more slabs, so we can make even more barrels. Let's see if 48 is enough. Awesome, definitely enough to finish the interior. And now if we go on the roof, we definitely have space for more barrels, but there's one thing that I'm missing to finally finish this whole roof, which is some darker wood. I would love to have spruce, but dark oak can do as well. I'm gonna put all of these items inside of this chest because it's time to go on a little adventure with my boat, of course, towards the mountains in the distance. And that is just in the hope that on top of these mountains we can find some spruce that we can then use to finish the barn once and for all. Alright, I see the mountains in the distance, but no spruce for now, so maybe we get lucky and there's some spruce behind them. And wow, that's a lot of pigs. I guess I know what to do when I need bacon. Oh wow, there's a mountain village. But because of our one 1 hour of bad omen, we can't really go near it. So hopefully over in this direction, right next to this abandoned nether portal, we can find some spruce. Wow, that's a massive sunflower field and an even bigger mountain behind it. I might just steal one sunflower in case we need some yellow dye. And inside the chest of this nether portal, what do we have? Alright, so much gold, flint and steel, and some more flint, which I'm sure is gonna be very useful. Alright, let's keep going forward, and I really hope that behind that mountain, we're gonna see a nice spruce forest. No spruce forest, but a cute little village. And yet another abandoned nether portal. Well, I can't make my way towards there, so instead let's see if I can go over this direction, and hopefully we find some spruce. I also really have to watch out for villages, since the last thing that I wanna trigger right now is a massive raid. Alright, there's a very big forest right there in the distance, and I hope that somewhere around it, there's gonna be a spruce forest. And here's another village, so I'm just gonna change direction really quick. And now that I think about it, I can probably remove the bad omen just by drinking some milk. So it might definitely be worth doing something like that. So there are some cows around here, and I conveniently have my bucket, so I can place my water down, milk the cow, drink some milk, and there we go. And we can pick the water back up. I do not know why I didn't think about this earlier, but I'm happy that I thought about it now. So now we don't have to worry too much about entering village premises. Wow, this is a very deep forest. And what is this? A star fruit. No idea what we can do with that, but it might come in handy. We also have some blueberries and also some spruce, which I think is an avocado tree. Unfortunately, although this is great to have here, these trees do not actually drop spruce saplings. So let's just get more blueberries and keep going forward. Yes, some cherry saplings. I mentioned earlier that I just needed anything darker than oak, and cherry logs are perfect for this as well. What is this? Okay, tomatillo again. Right, I'm very happy we found something, so we can make our way on top of that mountain. And I'm gonna collect as many logs as I can, so we should have enough to finish the barn once and for all. Great, that was most of the cherry trees, so I can grab as many saplings as I can. Pretty sure over one stack should be completely fine. And while I'm here, I could definitely grab the remaining trees. And wouldn't you know it, we stumbled upon a village. And because we do not have bad omen anymore, we can safely enter it. And my friends, as I was looking around the village, I found right there a spruce tree. And because now we have plenty of cherry logs, which I think are gonna look great on top of the barn, all I really need are some spruce saplings, so we can grow our own trees in our little orchard. And we came this far, so I might as well grab a little bit. Just gotta make my way up. Here we are. And hopefully this lonely spruce tree drops some saplings. Let's find out. Alright, so we have 3, but I think some of them drop down. So let me make my way down as well, so we can grab all of these saplings for a total of 8. And while we're on a mountain, maybe there's some coal around here. For instance, right here, and some more here as well, and down here even. Which brings us to nearly 1 stack of coal. And now my friends, I think it's time we make our way back home. I will see you when we get there. And oh my god, we just found some wild onions, so I think I'm gonna collect as many as I can. And finally, back at the house, I also found a little bit of salt, which is gonna be really cool to put inside recipes. So let me just empty my inventory inside this chest. Now I wanna make some cherry wood that we can use for the extremities. And let's see here, we can add one down here and there. We can probably do the same thing on the opposite side and connect them with normal cherry logs. Alright, it's definitely a block that I don't use often, but I think it's worth a try. So let's repeat the same exact pattern all around the build and hope that we're gonna have enough cherry logs to complete the whole barn. And now we got to connect them, and I think we can add some torches on top of the logs just to light up the area a little bit. And from the outside, I would say this looks pretty cool. Alright, so now I wanna grab my remaining oak, and using the shears, I would also love to grab some more leaves. And at this point I might as well chop down these trees so we can finally finish decorating this barn and start filling it up. Alright, so first things first, I would love to add some leaves to the entrance to make it look a little more similar to our house. Let's do the same thing on the opposite side. Perfect. Now on top, I'm gonna put some oak logs down, and with some cobblestone and 2 sticks, I can make myself an axe that we can then use to strip them. And in between, I think we can just put some fences like this. And on the opposite side, it looks really cool. Let's go to sleep and repeat the same thing on the opposite side. And I think it would not be a bad idea to add a crafting table right here as well, so we can make some more fences and everything else we might need. And now we can complete the barn by filling it with barrels. on both sides of course. Let's see if 18 is enough. Alright, perfect. And why not keep the design symmetrical by adding a second crafting table right here. And I'm very happy to see that we have so much storage right now. Now I would love to add some more leaves inside of the barn, so we can add some more color instead of just brown. And to make the roof a little cleaner, we can probably add some trapdoors and some slabs to give the whole thing a little more character. Let me do the same thing on the opposite side. And last but not least, I would love to get rid of some of this dirt right here to make walking in and out of this barn a lot easier on both sides. And of course this would not be complete without a cute little path that connects our starting house to the barn and of course to the well. And you know what, we do have some trapdoors left, so maybe we can make the pillars a little more interesting by adding trapdoors around them. And just like that, my friends, I think the barn is completely done, which means that soon we're gonna be able to finally separate all of these items into their individual chests. And although I'm not looking forward to doing that, I'm sure I'm gonna be so happy when it's done. But with this done, my friends, I wanna thank you all so very much for watching. I feel like we accomplished so much this episode and even found 2 diamonds, which I still can't believe. Just one more to go and we can craft our very own diamond pickaxe. But there's no need to rush it for now. If you would like to support the channel financially, I left a couple links in the video's description where you can do so. And of course, if you would like to talk a little bit, you can always join the Lonely Discord. You can find the link to that in the description as well. I can't wait to see you next episode where we're gonna keep working on incredible projects. But for now, I wanna wish you all an incredible day. My name is Lonely and I will see you very, very soon. Bye bye.